It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
Yeah, but what? No, 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 no. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? So that is what is important to me. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yes.
Today is Wednesday, July 24th. The year is 2024. It's still the summer of 2024. July 24th is hot. It rained all day here. Well, not all day, but most of the day it rained, which we did need the rain because it cooled off the house tremendously. But I had two wet doggies running around. I had to keep track of their asses. So they spent most of the day drying off in the basement. We'll go down there with them in a minute. But I saw something on Tyler Perry, this video y'all just saw with Tyler Perry in there. I don't like religious people, or people who use God to validate their bullshit. Growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, my mother beat the shit out of our asses. There were times when my mother tied me to a pole in the basement of our home and beat us with belts, extension cords, and all kinds of stuff. Tied us to beds, specifically tied to poles, tied to beds, beat with extension cords, beat belts, whatever she can get her hands on, broomsticks, it didn't even matter. And she did this in the name because God was directing her actions, according to her. But I wasn't the only one that we were not the only people who were treated in this manner in the name of God and Jesus. If my mother, in this day and age, my mother went to prison for child abuse, for the things she did to us when she was we were children, the beatings that she gave us for the littlest infractions, for just ridiculous stuff. But it, like I said, this wasn't my mother. It was a lie. This is what took place back then in the 70s. I think in the 80s, I think the state started stepping in there. By the 90s and 2000, that was a wrap. My mother was arrested here in Georgia after she sent one of my nephews to school. She whipped him with a belt or something. I don't know. They saw marks on him. When I was coming up in the 70s, we had marks all over us. You think they cared? Please. You know, I don't particularly care for religious people because they use God to validate their fucking bullshit. Tyler Perry, sit down and shut the fuck up with this bullshit. The movies you make are horrific. Tyler Perry makes porn. He makes pornography. Trauma porn of black people. That last movie he made, I couldn't get past the church scene. I literally laid up in bed, turned on the movie. I watched the church scene. I saw them drag that body out of that casket, and I said, okay, I can't watch this mess. I literally turned off the TV and went to sleep. And I have not gone back towards that movie since. I can't tolerate his bullshit. I've never cared for his stuff. And he tries to validate everything with God this and God that and your mission and God. Nigga, shut up with that God and Jesus shit. God ain't told you shit, ignorant motherfucker. Damn, shut your fucking mouth with that God. God ain't directed you to do shit. You directed that fucking bullshit. Most ignorant shit I ever seen in my entire life. I can't tolerate Tyler Perry bullshit, but I can't tolerate any of these ignorant religious people's bullshit. God is supposedly directing Trump in his ignorant ass. You want to lose me in a conversation, bring up God and Jesus, and he's directing your footsteps. That's I'll slap the shit out your fucking ass. I'll reach over and slap you in. I will help you meet Jesus. And this is a vodka cranberry, and it sure ain't strong enough. Tyler Perry's movies are bullshit. Trauma porn, pornography, an embarrassment. Time I watch this stuff, I start to say, why? And you keep hoping for better, but you think he got all his money, he has his production company, he has his studio, he has this, he has that, he has great actors. Horrible stuff to work with. This shit is crap. But God is directing his feet. God ain't directing you, nigga. Stop the bullshit. Many moons ago, and I sat at the table across from Tyler Perry, and he was talking about God and this and God. I should have slapped him when I had that opportunity. Sometimes you get opportunities to slap the shit out of somebody. Take it! Might not get that opportunity again. I should have all off and slapped the shit out of his ass. I mean, at that restaurant at 10th and Piedmont. 10th and Myrtle was the name of that restaurant. And he said, talking about some God and Jesus, and there's all this fucking shit. I'm looking at him like, I've never cared for that God and Jesus bullshit. Y'all can take that shit and ram it up your fucking ass. I cannot stand that fake ass shit. He don't exist. That motherfucker don't exist. I know some of y'all, oh my God, blasphemy. Yeah, blasphemy, because he don't exist, y'all. Look around you. Another thing about Tyler Perry I don't particularly care for. He just built this $100 million house. Massive, gigantic house. Looks like a fucking castle. Why do religious people do that? Why do religious people have to live in these massive houses? What is the point of it? It's like a castle. Do they not read their Bible? Do you not know what Jesus said about it? It's just the most ignorant bullshit of my entire life. God directed you to build that massive ass castle that you're living in out there, Tyler? Really? No, he didn't. Quit lying. That nigga did not tell you to build that motherfucking house. You built it because you wanted to build something massive and humongous in a $100 million house. It's ridiculous. But this is money, like y'all say. I can hear y'all. Now, his money, he can do what he wants. I don't give a fuck about his damn money. He can do what the fuck he wants to, but don't bring no God and Jesus into the conversation. That fake ass bullshit. Bunch of fake ass bullshit. Those movies Tyler Perry makes are some of the most horrific pornography on planet Earth. It's just trauma porn. I sat there and that church scene was horrific. I was like, okay, this is not funny. This is not amusing. You know, this is like, okay, what the hell are we watching? What is the point of this? I don't know nothing else about the rest of the movie. I have no intention to finish watching the rest of the movie. That scene right there, the first few minutes of that film, that was enough for me. I was done. I was like, okay, I can watch this mess. After you turn off the TV, turn over and sleep. Worst movie ever. Horrible. But all those movies are horrible. In fact, if I'm correct, they gave this movie, they reviewed it and it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was that bad. That horrific. That terrible. And I think the only reason why people, at this point in time, people watch Tyler Perry's movies just to see the car accident. You know how you're driving down the road, you see a wreck, and you can't help but wait to get up. Oh, I can't wait to get up there to see what the heck I'm about. Damn, they tore that shit up. Wow. Well, that's how we watch Tyler Perry stuff. We just want to see it's like, okay, how bad of a car accident is this shit going to be? And, you know, sometimes you see car accidents so bad, you say, oh, I don't want to see no more. Well, I didn't want to see them after I saw the first few minutes of that car accident of a movie he made. I was done. I was like, okay, I don't want to see them. I kept on driving, drove on over, went to sleep. Oh, enough of this shit. It's like waiting for a car accident or some horrific event that you want to see. People are not watching at this point for entertainment purposes. They literally just watch to see how bad it's going to be. Because you can't be entertained by that mess. You couldn't possibly be. You'd have to be sick in the head to think that's entertainment. A woman stripping out her clothes in a church, grabbing her son out of a casket. What are we doing here? What is the point of this? These movies are an embarrassment. They're bad. They're horrible. You would think with all that fucking money that he would take and get actors, writers, and scripts of value, and at least try one good movie and see, let me just put this out in the universe and see what happens. Let me see if they buy it. Let me get some good writers, good actors. Let me just try it one time. This is just even the best I got. Let me just see what happens. But instead, we get stuck with the same movie. This is pretty much Tyler Perry's movies are all the same. They're all the same. The first movie he made I thought was great. I loved it. But since then, I said, okay, what are we doing here? It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And he don't care. He said God directed his feet. God ain't told you to make the same fucking movie over and over again. Now, come on, nigga. Wake up. But the good thing is we no longer have to go to a movie theater to watch his movies. You can catch it for free. I've walked out of a couple of movies in my life. That crap that I just watched, if I was in a movie theater, which I would have never been in a movie theater to go pay for any of Tyler Perry's movies no more, honey, for a waste of money. It was free. I turned on Amazon Prime. I'm paying for it anyway. I ain't watched it in months. Turned it on, and I said, okay. Just saw the first few minutes and said, okay, turn that off. Didn't cost me nothing other than what I'd already been paying for Amazon Prime. It wasn't in the movie theater. I don't think we're going to see too many more Tyler Perry movies in the movie theater because they ain't worth paying for. They're just crap. Horrible ass movies. Catch it for free. You want to watch that shit. Again, these are just my thoughts and opinions, but I'm sure there's a lot of folks who think the same way about Tyler Perry's movies. That shit is horrible. It's horrible. For that man to have all that money, to have access to all that talent, whether it's writers, producers, actors, singers, dancers, the movies he's making is just terrible. Why? What is the point? Because God is directing? No. I was like, okay, nigga, please. But anyway, that's entertainment, I guess. That's all we're going to get out of his ass is some horrible ass movies. Anyway, that's just my thoughts and opinion. I'm going to go my ass to bed. But first I got to take these dogs up. Today is Wednesday. It's July 24th. The year is 2024. That was my review of Divorce in Black, or whatever that movie is called. I only saw a few minutes of it, but I ain't need to see no more of that shit. Horrible bad. And based upon everything I read about it, I didn't have to see no more. And I saw a couple of reviews that popped up on YouTube, and they told that movie for filth. But that can just be expected from Tyler Perry's horrible shit. It's just horrible. But anyway, them dogs are done embarking. Let me go take them out because it's been raining. I'm running their asses around for a little while. Hopefully mosquitoes won't eat my ass up. I need to go find me a shirt somewhere. I don't feel like going all the way upstairs for a shirt. But anyway, today is Wednesday, July 24th. The year is 2024. I'm out, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.